Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Special guest in the building.
J-Rock
from Watts. What's up, sir?
That man, original TDE boy.
Man, you already know the OG up in here, man. What it do, man?
You talking about he OG, 29 years
old. Nah, man, I'm an old man, man. You know what I mean? I'm getting old, man.
Oh, God, he has 2 gray hairs. He talking about he getting old.
Does it feel like that in hip-hop, though? Because, I mean, you've been around for a while.
Nah, man, this is just the beginning for me, man. Like I tell everybody, every day is a new opportunity for me, so, you know, that's how I take it. You know what I mean? I still feel young, man. You know what I mean? I'm still going. I'm still here and blessed.
Absolutely.
You know
now, a lot of people have been waiting for this album to come out.
Yeah, I know. It's on the way. 90059, it's on the way, man. I know it's been a long time coming, but I got it for y'all, for all the true fans out there that been waiting. It's coming, you know what I mean?
What took so long?
I mean, you know, I had a life outside of music, too, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, I always had a thing, you know, just take care of family and, you know what I mean, doing my own thing on the side. But at the same time, you know, I had to get all them, you know, problems out the way, little trials and tribulations, but now I'm back. You know
so Top Dog had to lock you in the studio again.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And plus, like I said, for me, too, it was like the music I was doing, I feel like I could go harder than what I was doing before, you know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing, and just staying locked in and working on my craft, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, getting better. It ain't about going backwards, it's about moving forward. You know what I mean?
The one thing I like about J-Rock, you're all about the music. Nothing else.
Exactly.
J-Rock don't go to no clubs,
no
party.
No, hey, actually I do, you know what I mean?
I got you to come out a couple.
I mean, yeah, you got me to come out a couple of times, but if anybody who know J-Rock, they know I really be in them streets. They know I might pop up at a hole in the wall spot. Everybody who, you know what I mean, the real folks out there, the real street cats that really know J-Rock, they know I be out, you know what I mean?
You don't have no fear of that, especially when you see things like the Chinks drug situation happen, or just we live in the World Star era. People want to try rappers just because.
I mean, I take it. It is what it is, because, like I said, I can step out here today. You know what I mean? Knock on wood and get hit by a car or something. You know, anything you can't run from it. You know what I mean? When it's your time, it's your time. You can't run from it. But, you know, like I say, every day you wake up, you know what I mean? Just give thanks. You still here. You know what I mean?
Now, how much influence did the NWA movie have on you? Because it's out. It's over 100 million made.
Man, it's a big influence, because, like I said, we grew up off that in the projects. You know what I mean? And they made a big statement, and it's like a rerun. You know what I mean? We going through the same stuff they went through, you know what I mean, 20, 25 years ago. We going through the same stuff. It's like a, you know what I mean, repeated cycle. So I definitely feel it, and you know what I mean, and congrats to those dudes, you know what I mean? They been a big influence on my life and my boys' life too. So, you know what I mean, and made us want to do something better. You know what I mean? Especially just talking about what we go through, you know what I mean, through music, you know what I mean?
What I like about LA now is it was one point where it was no new LA artist. It seemed like it was going to always be Dre, it was going to always be Snoop, it was going to always be Cube, and now it seems like it's just a resurgence of the West Coast, like a whole new flock of talent coming from the West.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of talent, man. It's a lot of, you know, back then there was a lot of underground rappers that was hard too, you know what I mean? And I used to always hear stories, you know what I mean, growing up in my neighborhood, like, no, this dude was battling. You know, my uncle say no names, but they was like, yeah, he killed that dude in a freestyle, or you know what I mean? And that's how it is today. You know what I mean? You got to, like what Jada Kiss say, it's a dude better than Jordan, they ain't never get that break. You know what I mean? You go find him right now, go on 52nd Street, he right there right now, hard as, you know what I mean, as ever. You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Now, with this album, it seems like you have an interesting marketing campaign, because nobody knew when it was coming out. And then it seemed like they were saying that there was, as many people pre-ordered it, that's when you determined, like, how did you decide? I don't know, I was trying to figure it out, because I was reading about it, and I guess it seemed like once people pre-ordered the album, you said we're going to put it out digitally on the 4th, and then the physical on the 11th. Is that how it's working?
I mean, I think honestly, I think I don't know if one of the stores put that out.
That's what I think put that out.
Yeah, one of the stores did that. I'm not sure. Cause I follow, I be looking and be seeing little certain stuff, but I think the stores, but you always hear the final say so from the big dog. You know what I mean? Top Dog is the one that, this is when it's gonna come out, or you know what I mean? I think it probably leaked out. One of the store people said that. You know what I mean? That's how that go. But yeah, everybody was on my head like, it's supposed to be next year. We supposed to wait next year. I'm like, nah, you just hold down. It's coming to more, y'all. You know what I mean? Everybody, y'all want the rock. Just pre-order the album and it's gonna come. You know what I mean? It's no rush. You know what I mean? It's coming. It's in there. Everything is said and done. All you gotta do is get behind it and you know what I mean, order. And if you want some good music, go ahead and get it.
What happened to the Strange Music situation?
Oh man, you know, shout out to my boys N9ne and them. That's always family, you know what I mean. But basically, like I tell everybody, you know, I was blessed to be a part of the campaign. You know what I mean. I basically jumped on a train that been moving. That was always moving. You know what I mean. And you know what I mean. I learned a lot from Tech. You know what I mean.
You
like,
got to go on the road and
Yeah,
do a lot of shows.
Say not mean, J-Rock.
you know,
Until you know what it means.
yeah, until you know what it means. You know what I mean? Nah, but nah. Shout out to my boy N9ne, Travis, and all them over there, man. They you know what I mean. They gave me a great
Who
opportunity.
are you punching?
Huh? Oh Lord, here she go. Here you go. Yeah, I gotta. She always gotta give me. Hey, I'm trying to. You know, she always gotta give me the blues every time.
They did it again.
Don't even look at them. Go ahead. You talking about Travis and Tech.
Yeah, nah, but yes.
He can't stop.
Nah, shout out to my dudes, man. You know what I mean? Nah, that's family, man, and I learned a lot. But it's just for me to better my career, and you know what I mean. I feel I gotta better myself too, and you know what I mean. I think like I said, I couldn't get to where I need to go. You know what I mean? On a train that was already moving.
Gotcha.
You know
You know what else I like about you too, man? The fact that you were the OG TDE artist, and you had the other guys come after you, and they had success. You never bitched about it.
Oh yeah.
You never complained. You supported your peoples.
Oh, you know what it is, like, man. I'm gonna tell you something. It's something my pops used to always tell me. He used to tell me this a lot. He used to be like, man, when things around you start to change, something, you know what I mean. When you start seeing stuff change around you, you remain the same until your time come. You know what I mean? That was one of the realest shit he ever told me. And now that I kind of understand. At first, I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand what he's saying. You know what I mean? Just stay the same. You know what I mean? Don't change. You know what I mean? Because your change gonna come and your time coming. So, just be patient because it's a virtue.
Did you ever have any jealousy, just a little bit? Like,
nah, for what?
Yeah.
Why would I have jealousy against my brothers that I came up with? We all grew up and we came from the same kennel. That's just like if you get 2 or 3 pet bulls as they babies, you keep them in a kennel since they babies. You know what I mean? They try something with them. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? They gonna tear your ass up. You know what I mean? Because they ate together. You get what I'm saying? From the kennel on out. So even if when they break out the kennel, they together no matter what.
Right.
Now we've seen Schoolboy Q, we've seen Absol get disgruntled via social media, but we haven't seen you ever get really disgruntled about release dates or music coming out or anything like that. What goes on behind the scenes?
I mean, behind the scenes, it's like, we all put an energy towards whoever finna come out. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Like, if you're saving, we got Schoolboy Q finna drop all our energy. We finna go push Schoolboy Q. Same thing with Soul. When it's Soul time, you go push all the energy on Soul. You know what I mean? Vice versa, whoever who's next up the bat. You know what I mean? Whoever next up the bat, we right there. You know what I mean? Go. You know what I mean? We rooting. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We need more people to do that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's how we rock.
It seems like your last song that you just put out was very influenced by Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh yeah, yes, 90059, the title track. Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw Kendrick doing the Method Man inspired performance.
Yeah. No, we was inspired by those dudes, Wu-Tang, the whole Wu-Tang, and just how the way they rap and they rap styles, it was different. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to bring. You know what I mean? We don't want to bring the same stuff that everybody doing. We want to be, you know what I mean? Elevate. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about.
What are you trying to express on 90059? Because even in LA right now, I think they had 100 killings, 100 nights the gangs were doing.
Yeah.
You come from that life.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel the need to speak out about that and say, man, why don't y'all chill out?
No, it's just like with that record, what I wanted to do, I wanted people to smell Watts. You know what I mean? I want them to really just, you know what I mean, just want y'all to smell it and really know what goes on there. Like, it's real. You know what I mean? It's like, this is not no fairy tale. It's not no industry. This is really the streets, and It's real. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of dudes out there that ain't never like I kind of heard you talk about that a gang of times on your show. But it's a lot of dudes out there that ain't never really been out there. It's real, you know what I mean? This ain't nothing you need to play with. But I want people to know this where I come from, and this what I been through, and this what I go through every day. You know what I mean?
What got you out of that?
Basically, I mean, how I'm still over there. You know what I mean? I'm still over there, but that's the whole concept of my album, is trying to make it out. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, because people in my neighborhood and the people that I grew up with, we all confined in this one box, and that's our zip code, 90059. If you can Google it, it's like a box, you know what I mean? And it's like penitentiary kind of like, you know what I mean? But you know, it's co-ed, you know what I mean?
Why you still over there though?
Yeah, you
got
haven't
the
moved
money to
yet?
get out.
But no, I'm just saying I moved, but I still be
Oh,
around.
you go over
I still,
there.
like I said, my family's still over there. So you know what I mean. But it's all about trying to make it out. You know what I mean? Because a real street tell you know what I mean. No, you know what I mean. The object of the game is to get money and get out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's what it's about.
I always say that the dudes who ain't never really been there is the ones that always want to stay and be there.
Yeah.
They want to play the hood now because they can afford some shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about the 100 killings, 100 nights thing? Like, because that's a gang thing. Did you ever feel the need to speak out about that?
I mean, you know, me personally, I just, you know, I try not to speak about it because, you know, that killing goes on 365. You know what I mean? Not just 100 days and 100 nights. You know what I mean? That's an all year round thing to me. You know what I mean? So I just never really, you know what I mean, attend to it. It's real. But, you know, like I say, that goes on 365 days a year.
Don't you feel like your voice means a lot, though, in that community as somebody that grew up there and
Still there.
and that still goes there, but you've made it out, you've been successful?
Yeah, but like I say, my thing is, you know, like, you know, I'm all about pushing motivation, you know what I mean, and inspiration. Because like I said, that's the only way I be able to do music is if I'm inspired by something I saw or something that motivated me, because it's hard for me to work if I ain't got no inspiration. So if I see something, you know, that's like I said, in the hood is all you surrounded by is negativity. You know what I mean? This, that, in and out your ear, you surrounded by all that. So it's up to you, whatever you want to take up out of it. Like the end, like, you know what I mean, like Cube and Dre and them back in the days. You know, like they say they was in their hood. They, you know what I mean, they hear certain stuff and, you know, they just put their frustrations within the music, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Do you think Watts is represented right? Because you always hear Compton.
Only person you get from Watts.
Yeah, but
Tyrese, baby.
Tyrese
repping that Watts.
I'm gonna tell you something real. Like, I'm gonna tell you something real. What a lot of people don't know is that, you know, Watts is like the real motherland. You know what I mean, for everything. You know what I mean. Not to knock Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood, or, you know what I mean, any other cities, but Watts was like the motherland. I mean, when people moved from the South, you know what I mean, was coming from the South, like black folks, you know what I mean, dominantly, they moved to the projects, and it was a number of projects is in Watts. You know what I mean? And that's where a lot of families, if you go in Compton, or, you know what I mean, Compton, Long Beach, and ask them where your great-great-grandmother or your grandmother was raised at, might tell you the projects and Watts. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of families stream from. You know what I mean? And then they just spread it out all around. You know what I mean?
Why the zip code? Why 90059? Because, I mean, it's such a simple thing, but it's kind of genius. You only seen that once with Beverly Hills.
90210.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted to solidify, you know what I mean, my city. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, you always hearing Compton, Inglewood, Long Beach. You know what I mean? It's time for Watts, baby.
And Staten Island was 10304. You know,
Anybody didn't know album though.
Wu-Tang songs.
Oh, they did. They did.
It was 10304.
Yeah. Okay. That's tight. I didn't know that.
Now in the video, you got a man being kidnapped with a mask on, and the doctor going through prescriptions. Like, what's the
Oh yeah.
I'm on a swing.
Okay, yeah. Like, I want to be different with it. Like, basically, it was just like, you know, like, a lot of people ain't seen The Rock. You know what I mean? It's that the concept, or metaphorically speaking, is basically like nobody ain't been seeing Rock. Everybody like, where Rock at? That's all. Every time I get on, I don't really be on my Twitter like that, but when I get on it, I see everybody, where's J-Rock? Where's Rock? Where he at? When he dropping? So, you know, basically it was like SZA came and broke me out the asylum. Like, you know what I mean? I've been locked away. You know what I mean? She broke me out. You know what I mean? Hooked up with this doctor to get me, you know what I mean, get me back going, you know what I mean, gave me some, you know what I mean, some adrenaline to get back going and get back on my shit. And now I'm here, better than ever, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, is, you know, coming back. And that's basically what the concept was about.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it seems like your style is pretty different now than it was on the first album.
Yeah, like
think it's evolved?
Of course. Like me, I think just me playing with my voice more, like, and using my voice more, because if you could really go back and listen to all my old records, it was just, I always had this one just style, like, you know what I mean? Everybody expect me, oh, Rock, you gotta come hard and woo. But like, I just learned to use my voice more. And like I said, it's all about progressing and working. When you're working on your craft, you try different things, and you're like, okay, oh, I like the way that sound. You know what I mean? So it's just getting more comfortable with myself and how the way I do things. You know what I mean?
That's interesting you say that, because one of your fans on social media, I'm gonna read it so I don't misquote him. He said, he expressed that he likes the verses on 90059, but the hook always ruins the track for them. And continues on to say, you usually pick more interesting beats to rap over.
Yeah, that's true. But like what happened was when we was in the studio, when we did that hook, I thought that hook was, that shit is crazy as to me. I mean, you know, so like I say, certain people hear different things, and like I said, everybody got entitled to their opinion. But the fact that, you know, they said they didn't like it, you know what I mean, that's good enough for me, because you took your time out to really listen to it and took your time out. So obviously you felt some type of way about it, and I thank you for that. You know what I mean? You know, that's, everybody ain't gotta like everything, you know what I mean? Right. But to me, I hard as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
how do TDE boys feel about assistants? Like if you're in the studio and Kendrick be like, yo, J-Rock, I got a few bars I wrote for you. I think this would be hot for you.
You're talking about some Quentin Miller things?
Quentin Miller. Would you take the hook? What would you do?
No, I mean, see, the thing about how we rock, man, we in studio, man, it's all about good vibes, man. It's not like doing this. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right. No, it's all about vibe. We all pitching it. We all, you know what I mean?
They're not giving you a reference track with stuff written.
It's a vibe, man. That's the way you make good music, and that's the same way I feel the NWA dudes did back in them days. Like it was like a party. They was up in the motherfucking studio. They had the bitches. They had the drink.
Man, that sound like Cube, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Ice Cube was Easy's Quentin Miller.
Yeah, so you know, and they was just vibing, man. And you know, they probably like, oh, say this, or you know what I mean, or flip this word, or you know what I mean. It's all about working and make like what he said, making a dope record. You know what I mean? And it ain't like sitting back writing a whole paragraph for you. You know what I mean?
But you might be like, you should say this here.
Yeah, it's like niggas, we up in the lab. It's all about a good vibe and good energy. It ain't always writing for other niggas. Not within our camp. We all about good vibes, man.
Now, if somebody says something like, oh, you should say this here, say this, do they get credit for that, or is that just somebody in the studio with you?
I mean, that's just
throwing out ideas.
That's just like you my homie, or you know what I mean, whatever. You got a record. It's just like I say, I ain't finna let you walk out the house with a gang of bullshit on your face. You know what I mean? If I let you walk out the house dirty as a motherfucker and don't say nothing, you know what I mean? That how I would look. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not your friend. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just let you walk out looking any kind of way and let somebody else criticize and talk about you when I could have just said it to you before you left. You know what I mean? That's real.
Have the youngins had to do that to you? As Kendrick ever
J-Rock, of course, just not even just with records, just with life, period. You know what I mean? It ain't even got to be about records. It's just life, period. If you know what I mean, something that ain't doing right or something, you know, we pull niggas to the side like, no, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We need more of that shit. You know what I mean? We ain't got that a lot out here nowadays. You know what I mean?
What does J-Rock want? Like as far as a career is concerned, like what is your end goal? Man,
my end goal, man, is to be successful. You know what I mean? Come back and give my niggas jobs, man, and that's what it's about, man. Like I said, we been down for too long. You know what I mean? So that's my whole get with life, period. You know what I mean? Getting on and be able to give my niggas jobs. You know what I mean? And be able to move their families and be comfortable too. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And you can see, like how it's the same way like what he said with the NWA thing. It's like you see how them dudes went through the bullshit. They went through a lot of shit to get to where they at now. You know what I mean? That's life itself. You go through trials and tribulations, but it's up to you how you go come out of it. You know what I mean?
If TDE was NWA, who are you?
You would I be?
You Easy, you Cube, you Dre.
You know, hey, what's crazy? They already done did that to us, dog. They already done put Rev. I think they had Ab-Soul as Eazy-E. They had I think they had Schoolboy Q as Ice Cube. They had me as MC Ren, and you know what I mean. It was crazy how the way they.
It seemed like it was more based on looks.
Yeah, they put it on looks. And
thing ain't too far because Ren was cold, but he didn't really get the respect he deserved.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why, man. He was hard.
He had a platinum album too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, but like I say, you know, it is what it is.
I heard the DLC got his voice back.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they say he got his voice back, man. That's a beautiful thing right there, man. Watching the movie and seeing that, like how the way, you know what I mean, had the accent, I was like, that's crazy, man.
How much inspiration do you get from the OGs? Because I'm talking about like actually talking to them.
Oh man, I get a lot of inspiration, man. What's crazy? I got Busta on my album too. I got Busta Rhymes on my new album, and he had hit me the other day, just checking in on me and stuff, And he a real big. I Busta, man. Like he always been a fan of my career since day one. Ever since Slade, you know what I mean, introduced. You know what I mean, said this J-Rock, man, you the next up, and you know we been cool ever since then. You know what I mean. So shout out to Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean, and I mean all the OGs, Snoop, E40. Shout out to E40. That's the big homie.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean.
40.
Yeah.
And how cool are you with people like? Are you cool with Suge, with Ice Cube, with all of them?
Oh man, I never really met Ice Cube.
I remember an incident.
Yeah, I never really. Yeah, I never really met Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Back then I had said some things on you know what I mean, on social media, whatever you want to say.
Expressing your frustration.
Yeah, just being a young in the game and just speaking my mind. But I didn't think he was take it as disrespect or whatnot. But shout out to Ice Cube. You know what I mean? I ran into him at the premiere. He walked past. You know what I mean?
And you said what's up?
Yeah. So it wasn't. Yeah, it was just what's up, man. Just cordial. You know what I mean? But shout out to Ice Cube. Like I said,
I remember I was at the Paid Dues Festival and J-Rock was on his way and he was like, Ice Cube was like, I'm not going.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to
Merz.
Ice Cube what? Yeah, she can stop her sending.
Yeah, nah.
Ice Cube going what?
Nah, you know.
Not that he was gonna do nothing, but he didn't want J-Rock to come.
Yeah, it was all good, but it was like I said, it was a misunderstanding or whatever you want to call it. But shout out to Merz though, you know what I mean? For all the times he got me up on there, you know what I mean? Shout out to Merz, the homie Merz, and I think he signed with Strange Music now too.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah. But shout out to Merz. But like I said, I never really meant no disrespect. You know what I mean? He took it as disrespect, but like I said, I'm inspired by his music, you know what I mean, and to have the success that he have, you know what I mean.
That damn Twitter boy would get people.
Oh yeah,
what you
man.
said wasn't bad. I remember because it was you and my man Glasses Malone.
Yeah,
so the Glasses, y'all was just like, yo, these old guys are always representing L.A. It's time for some new blood, basically. And I don't want to say old guys, just like.
No, it was just like it was like I said, it was some bullshit.
It's more like co-sign the young guys. It wasn't like.
But it was. That's what it was about. But nowadays, it's like co-sign. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's like at the end of the day, you don't need no co-sign. You know what I mean? It's like we working too. You know what I mean? We working hard. You know what I mean? And power to Ice Cube, man. And shout out to him and his whole family, man. They did good, especially with the movie his son.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Maybe that's the lesson they was trying to teach y'all though. Like y'all don't need us. Y'all stand on your own like the way we stood on our own.
Yeah, but you can't tell young like that when coming up. That's hungry.
Just hungry.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like back. You know what I mean? If you go in the hood right now, you just can't go tell a young nigga that's on his last. You know what I mean? He on his last meal. He ready. You know what I mean? He looking at you like you food right now. You know what I mean? You can't. You know what I mean? You can't. He looking at you like, man, give me a bone or two. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? These young out here, they grinding, they doing what they got to do to survive. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like on the album, I talk about that too. You know what I mean? I talk about that like. It's all about survival right now, you know what I mean? And that's what it is, you know what I mean?
Everything going in cycles. In 10 years, they're going to be saying the same thing to TDE. And TDE dudes don't be looking out. They need to co-sign some people from the West.
Man, they say that now, you know what I mean? But, how we don't look out when we give back every year, you know what I mean, to the neighborhoods, you know what I mean? Just, like I said, last Christmas, we just gave out a gang of tennis shoes, you know, food, you know what I mean? And did a free concert, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Is this Black Hippie album ever going to happen?
You never know. You never know.
Oh, it's done already.
You never know. It just might. Just might. You know what I mean? It just might be.
Okay.
It just might be.
Salute to my man Glasses too. I don't want to shout out Watts and not shout out Glasses.
Oh yeah, man.
What you mean?
Shout out
Tyrese.
Shout out to my boy Glasses, man. Shout out Glasses, man. The fat boy, man.
All right, everybody on YouTube, place your bets now. We gonna have the counter up to see how many times J-Rock said "9ne."
Oh yeah, put him up.
50 on over 100.
You think he said over 100 times?
I got 50 on over 100.
I'm gonna say
close to 200.
I'm gonna say it was 90 because if you go over,
that's you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something.
Don't say it again.
Nah, I ain't finna say it again. I'm finna tell y'all something. As much people y'all done had on this show, I will watch y'all show like a million times. Y'all, it's a person that said "no, I mean" more than me on this show.
No, that's the record right there.
No.
Who?
I don't want to say no names. I ain't gonna say.
That ain't a diss.
I ain't gonna say no names, but that's why he looking at me like that.
I don't know. I
have no idea who said it.
Do your Googles, do your research. Do your Googles, man. Do your Googles, man. You gonna see.
Nobody punched their own hand more than you though.
Hey man, you know that's the only way I express myself. I gotta express myself somehow. You know what I mean? Like I said, I come from the projects. I might don't have good etiquette skills like everybody else, but I do get my point across though.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
90059 in stores next week. Next Friday.
I think
That's
yeah,
right.
man. I think so. You know what I mean? You never
don't know?
You never know how things might it might drop tomorrow. You never know. It might drop tomorrow, next week. You never know. You know what I mean?
It'll be out. Just look for it.
Yeah, exactly. Man, shout out my boy Envy. It's gonna be out. Look
gonna
out for it. It's gonna be out for sure, man.
It's J-Rock. It's the Breakfast Club.
You know what I mean? Got you to come out a couple.
I mean, yeah, you got me to come out a couple of times, but if anybody who know J-Rock, they know I really be in them streets. They know I might pop up at a hole in the wall spot. Everybody who, you know what I mean, the real folks out there, the real street cats that really know J-Rock, they know I be out. You know what I mean?
You don't have no fear of that, especially when you see things like the Chinks drug situation happen, or just we live in the World Star era. People want to try rappers just because.
I mean, I take it. It is what it is because, like I said, I can step out here today. You know what I mean? Knock on wood and get hit by a car or something. Anything is you can't run from it. You know what I mean? When it's your time, it's your time. You can't run from it. But like I say, every day you wake up. You know what I mean? Just give thanks. You still here. You know what I mean?
Now, how much influence did the NWA movie have on you? Because it's out. It's over 100 million made.
Man, it's a big influence because, like I said, we grew up off that in the projects. You know what I mean? And they made a big statement, and it's like a rerun. You know what I mean? We going through the same stuff they went through, you know what I mean, 20, 25 years ago. We going through the same stuff. It's like a, you know what I mean, repeated cycle. So I definitely feel it, and you know what I mean, and congrats to those dudes, you know what I mean? They been a big influence on my life and my boys' life too. So, you know what I mean, and made us want to do something better. You know what I mean? Especially just talking about what we go through, you know what I mean, through music, you know what I mean?
What I like about LA now is it was one point where it was no new LA artist. It seemed like it was going to always be Dre, it was going to always be Snoop, it was going to always be Cube, and now it seems like it's just a resurgence of the West Coast, like a whole new flock of
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Special guest in the building.
J-Rock
from Watts. What's up, sir?
That
man,
original
I'm back,
TDE boy.
Man, you already know the OG up in here, man. What it do, man?
You talking about he OG, 29 years
man,
old.
Nah, man, I'm an old man, man. You know what I mean? I'm getting old, man.
Oh, God, he has 2 gray hairs. He talking about he getting old.
Does it feel like that in hip-hop, though? Because, I mean, you've been around for a while.
Nah, man, this is just the beginning for me, man. Okay. Like I tell everybody, every day is a new opportunity for me, so, you know, that's how I take it. You know what I mean? I still feel young, man. You know what I mean? I'm still going. I'm still here and blessed.
Absolutely.
You know
now, a lot of people have been waiting for this album to come out.
Yeah, I know. It's on the way. 90059, it's on the way, man. I know it's been a long time coming, but I got it for y'all, for all the true fans out there that been waiting. It's coming, you know what I mean?
What took so long?
I mean, you know, I had a life outside of music, too. You know what I mean? So, but, you know, always had a thing, you know, just take care of family and, you know what I mean, doing my own thing on the side. But at the same time, you know, I had to get all them, you know, problems out the way, little trials and tribulations, but now I'm back. You know
so Top Dog had to lock you in the studio again.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And plus, like I said, for me, too, it was like the music I was doing, I feel like I could go harder than what I was doing before, you know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing, and just staying locked in and working on my craft, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, getting better. It ain't about going backwards, it's about moving forward. You know what I mean?
The one thing I like about J-Rock is you're all about the music. Nothing else.
Exactly.
J-Rock don't go to no clubs, party.
No, hey, actually I do, you know what I mean?
Talent coming from the West.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of talent, man. It's a lot of, you know, back then, there was a lot of underground rappers that was hard too, you know what I mean? And I used to always hear stories, you know what I mean, growing up in my neighborhood, like, no, this dude was battling, you know, my uncle say no names, but they was like, yeah, he killed that dude in a freestyle, or, you know what I mean? And that's how it is today, you know what I mean? You got to, like what Jada Kiss say, it's a dude better than Jordan, they ain't never get that break, you know what I mean? You go find him right now, go on 52nd Street, he right there right now, hard as, you know what I mean, as ever, you know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Now, with this album, it seems like you have an interesting marketing campaign because nobody knew when it was coming out. And then it seemed like they were saying that there was, as many people pre-ordered it, that's when you determined, like, how did you decide? I don't know, I was trying to figure it out because I was reading about it.